Steve. This is all about you, sir. I'm going to get out of your way. Welcome to Real Talk 100 Radio.
Malcolm, it's a pleasure. And let me first start off by saying credit to Malcolm and Lisa and Real Talk Radio 100 for putting together an incredible platform for the greater community, Houston and beyond. It's a pleasure to be on with you guys. Now, first and foremost, before we introduce our two incredible guests from the Mayweather Boxing and Fitness Gym in Richmond, Texas, I want to tell you a little bit what I do with my consulting firm, Walton Consulting Solution and Partners. Malcolm, if you have a chance, if you could just post my Facebook page to save time, that's where you can connect with our firm. Simply what we do is we help businesses reduce their liability and risk, help them increase their productivity and profitability, and as done through our collective one-stop shop platform. So what I would like to do today is with this platform, Malcolm, we want to talk about business, bringing resources to the community, but more importantly, it starts with your health and wellness. Now, we all know the mantra with my two incredible guests here, hard work, dedication, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
So what I would like to do, ladies and gentlemen, on Facebook and YouTube, is on our first show, we want to kick it off the weekend right. Now, I want to introduce you to the incredible Adriana Emery, correct?
Yes.
All right, making sure I got the last name right. She is the studio manager of Mayweather Boxing and Fitness in Richmond, Texas, my home gym. And I want to give you the floor, madam. Thank you, first and foremost. It's been a pleasure knowing you and Coach Ortiz. And please tell us a little bit about your background in mixed martial arts and boxing, and how you came to the Mayweather gym, boxing and fitness, rather.
Rodney. Yeah.
Oh, what's going on, y'all? Coach Ortiz. A little bit about my background in MMA and boxing. I've done Shotokan, karate, I want to say, 7th, 8th grade, middle school. From there, I jumped into boxing, I want to say, a little under 10 years ago, maybe like 8, cusping on 9.
Okay.
I've just been taking everything that I've learned from boxing and just taking it into my real life. You know, I've been in the best shape of my life. I've been in the most clear mind state of my life, and honestly, I couldn't be more grateful to the boxing world. A little bit what I do at Mayweather Boxing and Fitness in Richmond. I'm the head instructor there, just overseeing classes, making sure I have good member engagement. Knowing everybody who comes in and out the gym very personally is something that's really near and dear to me. So that's just a little bit what I do.
Excellent. And Adriana, I want to give you the floor and tell us a little bit about your background and what you bring to the table, and what can we expect to be a member. I already know this firsthand, but what can potential new members come in and expect from the environment of Mayweather Boxing and Fitness?
Well, thank you, Steve. Thanks for inviting us out. It's really exciting, actually. So thank you very much for that.
My pleasure.
So Mayweather Boxing and Fitness, I honestly, when I first heard of it, I was a little bit maybe scared to go in there, because I really thought it was strictly just boxing and like hardcore, and I wasn't ready for all of that. So time went by and I'm back at the studio, and I realized that it's fitness and it's something that aligns in what I believe in. And so not that I don't believe in boxing, because I love boxing.
Sure.
But it was more of the things that I enjoy doing, battle ropes, HIIT cardio, the treadmill, the rower. I love the rower. That's one of like my favorite, and the burpees are my favorite. So
not my favorite, but that's a whole nother issue.
If y'all ever see me, ask me to do a burpee and I will do it with a smile. So, but it's been a pleasure working at Mayweather, and it's been a pleasure meeting new people,
Yes.
like the members. It's actually, I enjoy, I think the most is seeing everyone's like transformation, even from like day to day,
Sure.
because of the consistency of showing up. So
Absolutely.
I don't know, it's not a long workout where it's like strictly 45 minutes of only boxing,
Okay.
or a strictly 45-minute of treadmill and rowing. It's literally, a mix and mesh of everything in that workout. So it's a dynamic full body workout every time I come in.
And see, that's a lot of things. We all have a lot of people who are fitness enthusiasts, and then we also have the classic New Year's resolutions. It's like, we want to get back in shape. And the thing I love about it, and I've been off and on in martial arts and back into boxing, I truly love not, I guess, not plateauing.
Mhm.
And I want to get circle back to Coach Ortiz in this. He knows all too well about the workouts, and we're kind of, kind of emulating a lot of the training camp that Floyd prepares for fights,
Yeah,
right?
definitely. A lot of our, and I want to say even a lot, I would say majority to 100% of the workouts when it comes to the boxing portion is definitely the way of how Floyd trains.
Yeah.
The combos are emulated the same way, the way he steps, the way he slips. A lot of it is based off of his training he had throughout his career.
Excellent. Another thing I want to mention is the process. A lot of people who are watching the first time here on Business Talk with Steve on Real Talk Radio 100 is, what's the process for individuals saying, hey, I love working out. I'm kind of, like you said, Adriana, I'm kind of apprehensive about the boxing. What is the whole experience? What's the first steps to take to kind of get immersed into the atmosphere of Mayweather boxing and fitness?
Take classes.
That's simple. Take classes.
Take classes and just understand that the workout's going to be different day to day, and you're gonna catch on to it.
No,
like
definitely.
Coach always says, to keep moving. Like,
Yes.
just keep moving.
Yes.
So definitely take classes and aim for 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, I can wholeheartedly agree. I'd say for me, the biggest thing is just start.
Okay.
A lot of us tend to put barriers in front of ourselves for things that either we haven't done for a long time or being in a new place. And we tend to hold ourselves back, self-sabotage in a sense.
Mhm.
And the biggest thing is just start. And from there, just come back.
Exactly.
Even though I'm here on the behalf of my gym, my biggest thing is just for you to keep moving. Like I said, you don't have to stop and stay, but your health and wellness is our number one priority. And even if you don't find it with us, which I'm more than surely doubt that.
No, I concur. Yeah,
The
absolutely.
biggest thing is just keep going. So start and don't stop.
Let me ask you a follow-up, Coach Ortiz, because I'm speaking from personal experience and how you not only motivate myself, but all the members at the gym. I love all the coaches there, but I'm gonna point you out because every time I leave one of your classes, you have the energy, you have the attention to detail, you have that smile on your face to say, look, we're going through a lot of vigorous training here. And
No, that's not me.
oh, no.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good, Malcolm.
That's actually another one of our gym coaches. His name's Cedric Agnew.
Cedric's awesome.
Well decorated.
Shout out to
boxer.
Cedric if you're watching.
Amazing instructor.
He's awesome.
He's an awesome guy, definitely.
What I was saying, Coach Ortiz, is the incredible. What I like about it from my personal experience, and Malcolm, I want to circle back to you at the end of the show because we can do some collaborations together. Actually, maybe have Real Talk Radio, come out and see a live workout
Yeah.
at your convenience. Does that sound like something
definitely.
that's feasible?
Definitely.
Hey, Malcolm.
The last 6, I haven't been in
Malcolm.
the gym in 6 years. I
Malcolm.
still got my shoulders,
Yeah.
and my arms, and my chest, but I'm not liking it. So yeah, you got to.
Well, let me go back. Let me go back to
Come
Malcolm.
see about me, man.
Coach Ortiz, let me go back to Malcolm's point. Malcolm is a athlete, and like I said, you don't have to have the boxing background like yourself. But what can you expect from a dynamic workout like this? I mean, what can you if you just no? Let me step back. If you haven't worked out in a while, how do you gradually build up to, hey, I can do this and build up my stamina and all those other items involved in working out?
Like I was saying earlier, man, it's literally just to start and keep going. Put your mindset to know that you're going to be in a place to challenge yourself. But not only that, you're in a place to have fun. Granted, it's going to be 45 minutes of work. It's working out. Let's not really sugarcoat it. We're here to mold ourselves. We're here to make ourselves better. It's just the crab and shell mentality.
Exactly.
You get uncomfortable. You want to be in a different place. You work for it. But what you can expect really in the class is, man, some great energy, like you said, for myself.
Yes.
I mean, I literally love what I do. You can see it on my
Yeah.
face. You can see it the way I walk, the way I talk.
Yes.
I mean, it's right there. So I can honestly say great energy, great volume. Sometimes I get in there and mix it up with you guys,
You do.
in the middle of the cage. So
you do.
you really never know what to expect. And one of my favorite parts of my training is the way I close out, our cool down
Yes.
times, how we bring that heart rate back down,
Yes.
bringing all the stressors and things like that, getting that out of the way before we leave, leaving better than what we came. and me chanting at the end of the day.
Now, going back to the premise of the platform, a lot of our people that are watching the show, and thank you for tuning in for the first show, is if you're a business professional, you're an entrepreneur, you're constantly busy, you have the kids, you have all this, you don't have a lot of time. What would you say to that individual who's working hard, who's about their business? What would you say, hey, entice them to come in and say, hey, let's do this?
Take care of yourself.
Right.
Put yourself first.
Okay.
Always. My grandma actually gave me this advice years and years, and it was just first you. It sounds in Spanish. It's primero tú, siempre tú, y después tú. Like
Okay.
always you, and you.
Right.
You know, and it's not selfish, right?
No, it's not.
Because you're busy trying to fill up everybody's cup, and then you're forgetting about yours.
Exactly.
You're draining yourself.
Sure.
And so working out makes you feel good. It gives you mental clarity. It helps you with like joint pain, depression, panic. I don't know what else can you add to the list. Diabetes, high cholesterol, blood pressure, all these things, So why wouldn't you make, 3 hours a week out of your time for yourself?
That seems doable. I don't know about you, Malcolm. What do you think about that?
3 hours?
Think about it. 168 hours in a week. Are you going to give yourself 3 hours out of 168 hours, or is that way too much? Come on.
No. I was reacting that way because I don't know how to leave in 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Because I'm a cardio guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you keep on going.
I like to pump,
Right.
but I like to burn the fat too. So when I get up
Sure.
from doing whatever I'm doing, curls or back or bench, my favorite gym is closed right now, but it was in Humble, and I forgot the name of it. Lisa, do you remember where they had the track inside? Right there on the corner of 59.
We're not giving them free publicity.
What? Right.
Research spoken.
My favorite gym was in Humble. And they used to. The only track that I know of, inside track that I know of now, is the downtown YMCA.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of gym I like.
Yeah.
So I can get up off the bench. People used to think I was crazy because I and then I
shoot around and go running
because I want the bump. I want the constant burn. So anyway, I know I'm giving a little too much.
No, you're fine.
But 3 hours, it's going to take me 2 hours to work out, and then 30 minutes to run, and then shower, and then we're going on like 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's a workout.
But 3 hours a week.
3 hours a week.
I'm doing that in a day.
Right.
Yeah. So
personally,
come to a Mayweather class. All you need is 45 minutes, 3 hours a week. I promise you. That's all you need. That's all you need. 3 hours a week, 45. Because the workouts are so like different and dynamic, and it shocks your body. They're like, whoa, what's going on here?
So do you guys have experience with gastric patients?
No, but we would always suggest that you consult your doctor first before coming in and taking like a class. But you don't have to go as the same intensity as everyone else because we're your heart rate monitor. We are heart rate monitor based. Wear your heart rate monitor. Make sure that you maintain in the zones and that you're hitting the correct zone so that you can get the results that you want. Right. So we have fat burning zones and we have zones that's going to help you keep burning calories up to 48 hours later. Not crazy, but your body's like trying to reverse and chill. And so now that's taking calories too. So I'm telling you.
That's been my biggest problem is finding a gym and or a, what do you call it? A trainer that has experience with gastric patients. Because I go into syncope like that. Literally, just walking on a treadmill, I will go into syncope. Riding a bike, I will go into syncope. I get pulled by ambulance every time I go to the gym because they're not trained to deal with me, and he's the worst one. He's trying to
Is it because? So explain to me how that triggers your exercise, if you don't mind.
So, because you're a gastric patient, you're already anemic. You're already malnutrition because you're not bringing in the nutrition that you need.
Okay.
So you're dehydrated, you're malnutrition, and then you're working up your heart rate. Well, your heart rate will go up and your blood pressure will drop and you pass out.
Yes.
So there has to be for instance, the doctor that I have now says not to do weights, not cardio, because cardio is not good for me. Even though it would help me, cardio is what causes me to go into syncope every time. So he said to do weights and just tone everything. But still and yet finding a trainer that knows what to do or how to work around somebody with those restrictions is next to impossible. You could imagine if somebody was trained how much money they'd make, because there's a lot of gastric patients in Houston alone.
And let me ask you a quick question. Have you, when you do work out with these trainers, or you take classes, are you wearing a heart rate monitor? Are they tracking those zones? So that's important too. That way you don't go into, what is it? Syncope?
Yeah.
So you don't do that. So we, again, heart rate monitor based. And like Ortiz says, move, keep moving. Always keep moving. So, come see us. I have solutions.
I have to say this.
Yeah, he almost killed me.
I have to say this before I hand the microphone back to the star of the show, Mr. Stephen Walton. She's right. I had no experience with it, and I just told y'all what kind of gym rat I am.
Sure.
So I'm trying to turn her into me, a woman's version. So all I hear when I work out is my football coaches are
telling you,
go soft, push the weight. So
Right, exactly.
That's how I'm dealing with her, and I'm like, why are you crying and moaning? Just do it. Just do it.
Tell me,
And
let me
she's
know
going,
when you get to your limit, and I'll tell him it's like, keep going.
That's Malcolm telling you. Malcolm, I love it. I love it. But Malcolm and Lisa, you brought up a good point. Let me circle back to Coach Ortiz and elaborate, if you could, on the zones. I know you tell me and others at the gym kind of to manage that, to pace yourself, almost treat it like it's a real fight, to manage that cardio, but still get the effective workout, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely. On average, the heart rate zones based from like a 1 to 5.
Okay.
1 being the coldest, 5 being the hottest, in a sense. And we try to coach to zone 3. It's just the median highest where we, fat burning zone, healthy heart type of workouts. At times we have members who can come in with anything from the smallest issues to the biggest issues. Trying to say this as politically correct as possible.
No, sure. No,
I had to pause and catch myself a bit. But
yes.
It could be anywhere between I just haven't ate today, and I'm working out and I'm feeling like I'm just going too hard.
Right.
But you can be in the blue zone, the 1 zone, and really not be pushing yourself. It's because you just don't have the nutrients in you.
Right.
Or it could be in a sense where it can be a patient with medical issues.
Sure.
And severe to a point.
Mm-hmm.
And so that is a big thing that we try to push all of our members to get, whether you're here or whether you're outside the gym, please track your heart rate.
Okay.
For example, we all know LeBron James, right?
Yes.
His son went into cardiac arrest, I believe, during a USC basketball practice.
Yes, he did. Yes.
And I can guarantee you that he wasn't wearing a heart rate monitor, and it wasn't being tracked.
My goodness.
So it can be someone that you expect to be in the tip-top shape of their life.
Sure.
It can be someone, like I said, in and out of the hospital. It can be a little kid just starting. You never really know. So please wear your heart rate monitors.
This is another segue here, and either you can answer this, Adriana or Coach Ortiz. Fitness assessments, is that another key aspect of kind of gauging where a potential new member is at and what kind of game plan you can get to kind of gradually see where their fitness level is and see how they can gradually leverage the platform in essence?
Oh, yes, definitely. Fitness assessments to me are very imperative, especially when it comes to your goals, where you want to be.
Okay.
First, finding out where you are. We tend to limit ourselves. Sometimes we tend to overly boast ourselves. Yeah. And that fitness assessment is just a reality check. You know what I mean? It is. Just something clear cut, honest, just like the mirror if you still get stepped in front of it, But no, I honestly think they're very great for anyone. Just so you can tackle your goals, definitely.
Another thing is a lot of our business community, Lisa and Malcolm, you know this all too well, is you have kids. Now, if you want to have your kids be active, and so we talked about juvenile diabetes and all these other ailments, what would be the process for children under the age of, what is the age group for kids that you would accept via waiver? How does that process work?
In my opinion, I believe the youngest child is 6 years old.
6 years old?
And we'll stop children at 12.
So 6 to 12.
We'll consider them mature enough to hit an adult class at 13, long as they're still having a waiver signed by a parent or guardian.
Perfect.
Steve,
sir,
I'll hand the microphone back to you in just a second.
Sure.
We don't want to ignore our listening audience. We have Chris Spice Knight tuned in from Washington. She says, awesome, spreading awareness and promoting healthy lifestyle. She
Thank you so
also
much.
says, I have my own large gym
Okay.
in my home. I have been filling it with equipment. I just got my bags and bought me some awesome pink boxing gloves. Kim, this box. This box. You got pink, I got gold. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Just playing Kim. Kim is all the way in Washington. Please share the video in Washington, Kim. Thank y'all. If you're tuned in on YouTube or Facebook, this is the Business Talk with Steve show. The star of the show is all the way to you right over here. Wave to him, Steve. Every Friday night from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., he will be bringing business owners in here talking about business. Tonight, he's got the two members, two team members of the Mayweather Boxing and Fitness Club in Richmond, Texas, y'all. Miss Adriana Emery in the middle, and Coach Ortiz all the way over there in the threads, y'all. Hey, they were talking about it tonight on the Business Talk with Steve show. Right back to the comments, and then I'll hand the microphone back to Steve. She has her own gym, pink boxing gloves.
Okay.
And I'm 5 weeks out from surgery. My intake is horrible.
Oh God.
That's what Lisa says. So
yeah, she was talking about getting my fluid intake. It's easy to say that.
Right.
It's very easy to say that.
Right.
It could get difficult.
Yeah.
But just pace yourself. Pace yourself throughout the day, and just like, even if it's 4 ounces every 30 minutes, that's a lot. Like, just kind of like stopping.
But
the whole 3 ounces.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'll fill a bottle with water, but I never empty it.
Maybe track it. Maybe track it. See how many, and then always try to add one more to, like, maybe even the week. Track it. Maybe that'll help.
I drink a gallon a day.
Oh yeah, I run through water.
Depends. Yeah, it depends.
You have to.
Water.
You have to. You have to. I need to get to there. I'm not there yet, but I need to get to.
I
need to get to the gallon. That's mandatory.
About a little over a day.
You have to.
About 26, 28 hours, I'll finish the case.
That's good.
How about you, Adriana?
73 ounces is the size of my jug. It's right there next to you, actually.
Oh yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
is that what they recommend you drink for your body weight?
For me, I think I need to drink a little bit more according to my body weight. Gosh, don't put me on the spot for like the math and stuff. Google it, guys. But you'll be able. But you'll be able to find, there's calculators online that you'll be able to see how much water you should be taking for your weight, because that matters a lot. We're made out of mostly water, guys, so we need water.
Filter the system out. Definitely.
Yes, our brains are made out of water, like our liver, like our body parts are water, muscles, everything. So drink your water.
Another cool thing I noticed about it, I wanted to bring Malcolm and Lisa back in on this, is another cool thing about the application is you get that sense of competition. Now, all the members there are all about, we build that atmosphere of, working together, losing weight, we're feeling great, but also we can compete. And Malcolm, you might like this. So every now and then I check can you kind of explain kind of different, because every time I see one of the members that just did a workout here and burned X amount of calories and kind of showing the results, that's pretty intuitive. And also you can book your classes there. And lastly, could you go over kind of what each class you can expect from each different of the classes that you offer?
When it comes to competing, like on the heart rate monitor, that's what you mean?
Well, no, the classes in general. Like I know you have the 60-minute class. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
The 90-minute one. There's different variations of.
So yeah, undefeated. That's our most popular class.
Okay.
That's kind of like a mix between fitness and boxing. 8 rounds in total.
Okay.
5 rounds with the bag work. 3 rounds with the fitness. We usually finish either with a team time, which is an extra small group of exercises to prepare for a cool down, or we finish it out with some ab work. The other classes that we have are boxing fundamentals is for one. That's a 30-minute class that we do. From there, we have a Champ 60, which is our hour class, kind of pushing towards the style of the undefeated, as well as the Champ 90. We also have an in-body class, which is 100% fitness. We really, really love that one. That's the one where all our members are like, bro, I can actually feel like I'm competing with my group over here versus figuring out the boxing combination, so to say. And I believe we have also an advanced bag work. So for those who really, really love the boxing portion, and we do
It's awesome.
maybe 95% boxing on that. We finish out
Yes.
with some team time and abs, of course, but that's just a couple extra rounds for the bag work. And I would just say a little more higher difficulty when it comes to the combinations. So yeah, that's just a lot of things that we do, and I believe our members do have little small side bets with their competitions. They don't be letting me know, but when I turn my head and I can
It's
see them
something.
going back and forth on that row machine, I'm like, nah, I know some
No.
little wager had happened.
Low-key, we're like,
I'm
You know
telling,
what I mean?
I'm telling you, but that's why, Lisa, to your initial point, that's why it's so critical to have a coach there with you. It's all about the motivation. You can go that extra mile. You're finishing the workout. It motivates you to get through it. Here's another thing that I've noticed from my personal experience, Malcolm and Lisa, is the good thing about it is I had problems running in general. I'm flat-footed. All right, I have Fred Flintstone-itis. Okay, that's what I have.
I never noticed. Never noticed that you were flat.
I'm flat-footed, bro. So now the thing about it is I always had apprehension of on the treadmill, but I want you to circle back on the treadmill, how you're using kind of your own body weight to kind of propel it, or can you explain?
Yeah, so the treadmills we have are kind of like the hamster wheel style.
Okay,
I kinda-
that's what I should
I kind of
use.
like to use. So they're not automatic treadmills. You don't set your pace. You don't set
Okay.
nothing at the incline. But they do really teach you how to run correctly. Bringing the shoulders back, not kicking your feet back, picking your knees up, pushing your feet out, knowing how to swing your arms when you're running. They really do target the abdominals and the hip flexors really, really well. So like those right there are a real workout killer.
Got you.
I've never hours.
Oh yeah,
And,
man.
yeah, he said
Nah,
it was for 3
definitely
hours.
after class.
But
It was
he-
after his class.
Really?
But he told me, he's like, you look like you would smile when you work out. And I'm like, I was thinking about his comment, and then maybe like 2 days later, I was like, you know what? I do smile because in my head, I'm like, you got this, you got this, you got this, you got this. And then I do it, and I'm like, yeah.
Well,
So I do smile when I work out.
okay, Malcolm, let me circle back to you because I know you're a workout enthusiast. Here's the thing I like. Here's the thing I had struggled before I got into Mayweather boxing fitness. I struggled with cardio because I try to do the music. I try to get on the ellipticals and do my 6 to 10 miles on there. But just getting through is like,
Mhm.
But when you have a workout that is a balance between boxing and fitness,
Mhm.
and especially with me loving the sport of boxing so much and wanting to master the combination and getting totally different workouts, or you 1 week you're mastering your jab, 1 week you're mastering uppercuts, you're focusing on technique and the fitness. That's what keeps me as an enthusiast in the game. I'm not going to get bored. I'm not going to get.
Yeah.
It's not going to be redundant. It's going to be a workout that you can come in. I'm set to, like you take it, Malcolm and Lisa, like it's a training camp, and then you coming from a boxing perspective, you say, all right, we're training. This is Conor McGregor week. This is what Floyd did in this training camp.
Yeah.
So you actually feeling that, and that's really exciting with Floyd's pedigree and actually learning from great coaches and a great team, and you're working out with other people. It doesn't get boring. It keeps you motivated. You keep going.
And boxing helps with hand-eye coordination.
Oh,
It's,
absolutely.
like, amazing. We need all these types of things as we get older.
Especially when they get Malcolm, especially when they get to those mitts. And I watched Floyd since he started, man, and and
Right.
to see the timing, the speed, the sweet
Yeah.
science.
Right.
And one thing is to see the genius that's involved in boxing, the thinking. You can elaborate on this better than anybody. I marvel at it just from just training in martial arts, but not being a professional by any stretch, but learning and respecting the sport and the training. It's second to none.
No, definitely.
I up until about I was a street fighter.
Okay.
Up until about I'm gonna say 15 years ago.
Okay.
Because I got into it with a guy
Mm-hmm.
who had boxing skills,
Yes.
and I was like, he got me.
He knows something.
He knows something,
Right.
Because I'm used to street fighters,
Right.
So touch on that.
Sure.
A lot of people think, well, I can fight until you fight a boxer, and they're tacticians, and I'm just like,
They are.
That's the word. That's the word right there.
hey, I haven't seen that before, so
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely the word right there. Boxing is not a tough man sport. Let me repeat that again. If you're the toughest man in the world, let me tell you, this is not the sport for you. I'm not saying you can't be in this world without being tough, but this is a thinking man sport.
Absolutely.
It takes a lot to be able to even work out to a combination that you just heard. And I'm telling you, only for 2 minutes just to do this without having to take your time and rethink, what am I doing while you're moving under pressure? To be able to know how to move your body, to be able to have light feet but strong legs,
Mhm.
and an impacted core, but slim and no tense shoulders, but a fist at the same time. It takes a lot to be able to know how to move your body like that.
Yeah.
So it's a big difference. Having a discipline alone versus just being a rough man in the streets fighting.
Sure.
And I was one of them. So I don't think by any means I'm not discrediting anybody out there trying to get it by any means,
No.
But it's a big difference from a discipline.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of that, another thing that I like about the culture with Mayweather Boxing Fitness, and Adriana, I'd like you to elaborate on this, is we have a couple we have a big fight that's coming up with Charlo and Canelo. Can you tell us what you guys are doing for that and other maybe boxing festivities, for lack of a better word?
Yes, I'm super excited about that fight. I don't need my heart is like, ooh.
You told me, Adrian, you're conflicted. You have many
I'm
reasons to be
so
conflicted.
right? Because they both feel like they're from home, and
Yes.
like Texas, man.
Yes.
Texas.
Texas, baby.
You
Texas
know,
over
A-Leaf.
everybody.
And-
No, let me stop.
and also from Jalisco. But anyways, so Signature Bar and Grill is going to be showcasing the fights.
Yeah.
We're going to be out there with our Oculus and anybody who wants to come out and get you a 2-pack. We'll be selling 2-packs and 7-packs of the classes, so you'll be able to purchase those, and we'll get you booked and we'll get you set up, for success right away.
Okay.
But we're there to have fun. We're there to get to know everybody in the community, because I know there's a lot of people that I haven't met yet.
Nah,
No,
And
definitely.
I am definitely ready to
You
meet
know what?
everyone.
definitely come
Adrian,
out.
I'm a proponent with this. I'm all about business. I'm all about collaboration. I'm all about outreach. And what you can do with not only Mayweather Boxing Fitness is, we were talking about this a lot, Adrian, is having almost like a block party in essence of the strip centers within the community. And we love to have, like I said, Real Talk Radio out there, Real Talk 100 Radio out there as well as another pillar of the community, and just really work together.
Definitely.
Yes.
Loves the business supporting each other. Definitely.
That's what it has to be.
And the goal is, again, like health and wellness. Like, we want to make sure that the community is aware of, just everything. Diabetes, heart disease. Miss Lisa, what was it that you have?
So you talking about what happens when I go to work?
No. What is it? What that?
The
what are you-
diagnosis.
So bariatrics, people that have bariatric surgery, so
Mhm.
they have, restrictions.
Okay.
Mhm.
I've had 2 surgeries. I had one 12 years ago.
Okay.
It took 80% of my stomach.
Mhm.
Okay.
And
Oh my
then,
God.
Because I have polycystic ovarian syndrome,
Mhm.
the last couple of years I've put back on a portion of that weight, and
Mhm.
I have other medical conditions that restricts me from being able to lose the weight.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So they just 5 weeks ago went in and did a bypass. So they
Okay.
took like my small intestines and routed them up to my stomach. And,
Wow.
Yeah, something crazy like that.
Right.
So I'm very restricted right now.
Okay.
Like, very.
Okay.
But most of it was they had to fix some stuff medically.
Mhm.
So
Sure.
anytime that you're dealing with that, they don't let you work out for 8 weeks typically, and
Mhm.
then you have to work out to be able to tone your skin, because you lose weight so rapidly. Your
Mhm.
skin is just really loose.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you want to, do the weights and stuff to tone that up.
Okay.
Because if not, then you need another surgery
Okay. Yeah.
to kind of fix that problem.
Definitely. Thank you
Yeah,
for
but,
sharing that with us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna go back and watch this later. We can watch this live later.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
I'm gonna definitely go back and watch this later. Take some notes because I want to look into that myself.
Yeah, so gastric sleeve was the first one, and gastric bypass was the second one.
Okay.
And I'm sure there's people out there somewhere that knows
Yeah.
how to do certain
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
But, you're dealing with a whole nother,
Yeah.
a whole nother monster basically,
Mhm.
because we're
Yeah.
restricted on so much.
Yeah.
And we cannot take in enough fluids to stay hydrated with
Wow.
anybody. with
Right.
that problem.
Mhm.
So you can tell why Mr. Drill Sergeant and Jim was
Whoa.
killing her. She was just like, dude, I can't do this. And I thought she was just wimping out, because you know how.
Yeah, that's where we come from. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where we come from. You just wimping out. Let's go. And she's like, you don't understand. You can kill me in this gym.
Yeah.
I'm like, it took me 2 years
Mhm.
to realize, okay, she's serious.
That's
Right.
a blessing.
Even this time, I told him, you're gonna have to go to the doctor.
2
with me,
years.
And my doctor's gonna have to tell you there's certain
Yes.
things you can't do.
Yes.
I'm not even supposed to be in the heat.
Yeah.
Out in the sun and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I already had a vitamin D deficiency before having this surgery.
Okay.
And because I'm not getting any vitamins in right now,
Uh-huh.
being out in the sun will put me out.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
There's just a lot that goes along with that, a lot of different restrictions.
Uh-huh.
And
Is
then
it-
of course you have side effects of the surgery sometimes.
All right.
So
Sure.
So with the intestinal explanation that you gave us, is there any restrictions when it comes to your dietary guidelines?
I mean, well, yeah. Right now, I'm turning vegan because every time I eat meat, I have to donate it back to the earth.
Okay.
And so they're
Yes.
doing another procedure on me next Wednesday to find out if there's a blockage or something going on. Because
Okay.
we just got off of an amazing cruise.
I saw
and
it. It was awesome.
literally Everything I put in my mouth outside of tuna one time, soup and mashed potatoes did not stay down.
Okay.
So, you have to prep before the surgery and after the surgery.
Yeah.
So you're typically on 2 weeks
Uh,
of liquids, and then you'll go to softs, and then you'll go to soft solids, and then you'll go to
Yeah.
puree, and then they allow you to get back into the meat.
okay.
Well, the the week before, like the Thursday before we left on the cruise, I was able to go to regular food.
Okay.
But we can only eat 3 ounces at a setting.
Mm.
3 ounces is not a lot of food, but I wasn't even getting an ounce in, and it was totally restricted.
Oh my goodness.
I was able to eat some soup today.
Okay.
But yesterday I just had a pickle spear and got sick.
My God.
This morning I had a cracker with cheese and meat on it. One, like the little Lunchables.
Yeah.
One cracker, one piece of cheese, one piece of meat.
It just did you
I was
dirty.
out. So there is a lot of restrictions. Of course,
Okay.
you want to do fish because fish is a good protein.
Correct.
Fish and seafood.
Uh-huh.
But there's things that you may eat before the surgery that you'll never eat again.
Mm-hmm.
I became lactose intolerant because of the first surgery.
Mm.
So, now I think it's even worse because I had some ice cream the other night that I just thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you have to relearn how to eat.
Yeah.
Definitely. You got to reevaluate that palate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What you put in has to have a protein value to it.
Sure.
Because you're not getting it any other way.
Mhm.
I can't even swallow the pills that I'm supposed to take.
Yeah.
Because they're like horse pills.
Oh
And
my God.
that's how I would get my vitamins.
Yeah.
Right.
So I talked to them today and they're actually going to put me on chewables because
Okay.
I think that's what blocked me up in the first place was that horse pill.
We're gonna
That's so
definitely
funny.
touch on that.
Yeah, there's a
'Cause
lot
that-
to it, and I will tell you,
Mhm.
YouTube is a beast when it comes to learning about stuff.
Sure.
WebMD, YouTube, and Google are my best friends when I want to know something.
Yeah.
Same.
When I want to know something.
Right.
I need you.
Oh, I'm not. No.
Well, I have great vegan recipes.
Nah,
I can give
definitely.
you some birria, vegan
Look,
birria
Don't
recipes.
don't look like that. I'm saying I can show you some stuff right now.
Okay.
I'm telling I can make a mushroom taste like a chicken sandwich. Definitely. You gotta ask about me.
Okay.
I can make
Chicken
I
sandwich?
can make an eggplant
chicken
taste,
sandwich.
taste like fish.
Okay.
You better ask about me. I do it. I'm gonna show you some stuff once
Now,
we get
I
up
would
out
be
of here.
interested in having you back
Yeah.
to demonstrate those recipes.
I'm definitely. I got
Bring
you.
my
All right.
kids in here.
There
We've
you-
had people
we-
cook in the studio.
We can do that.
There you go.
We can do that.
Yeah,
definitely.
he was talking
Okay.
about
We
how
can
good
do
he
that.
cooks.
Okay.
So yeah,
Walnut
we can definitely
nachos.
try that.
Like and
All right.
I mean, of course, it's not gonna taste like the real thing. It's the
Right.
alternatives, but they're not bad alternatives. My thing is, I'm not vegan. I don't want to call myself a vegan,
Right.
but I do try to eat smart. I'm
Sure.
big on nutrition.
Right.
Sure.
But you call yourself vegan, it's just someone who doesn't eat meat.
Right.
And
I love meat.
and well, if
Yeah.
I'm politically correct, y'all don't kill me in the comments if I'm wrong, but y'all get the gist of it, right?
Yes.
Just because you don't eat meat, I mean you're still gonna eat right, know. And
Exactly.
so my thing was, how can I give back to my community in a way where I could still help them at the same time? Because
Yeah.
I mean, look, it was hard for me to give up gumbo. I ain't gonna lie, I
What,
made
what?
gumbo.
gumbo.
I mean, look, it
Gumbo.
was so hard
Yes.
for me to give it up.
Get out.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it was
Knock
hard.
it out.
It was hard for me to
And
give
you
up
think that's
bacon.
from a nutritional standpoint?
It's multifaceted. Definitely multifaceted. But bacon, plenty of different fishes. But the thing was, how can I still make something of nutritional value, still have that southern type of taste? You know what I
Okay.
mean?
On that note, I hate to interrupt you, but on
Hey,
that note,
what's
I
up?
gotta ask you.
No.
I've always subscribed to the notion
Uh-huh.
that whatever I put in my body that doesn't necessarily belong there,
Uh-huh.
I can do 30 extra reps and
Yeah.
get the cheat off.
You can. But if you want to work harder, go ahead.
Okay. So
But to also piggyback that, let me not just hit it with a surface answer. What sorry about that. Not even going back to working harder, it does more bad than good by the end of the day. It's nobody saying what you can't do
Mhm.
or what you can do to get around it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm gonna get on you right there for eating that little honey, but nothing wrong with eating a burger.
Bagels and
Collide.
cheese.
Oh, collide. Okay, but,
Gotcha,
You should
but,
see what I
but
got
you get what I'm
on
saying.
there.
I thought it was a honey. You see where my mind at. But it's nothing wrong with eating a burger if you want, under a 2,000 calorie deficit diet and you want to eat a burger and you can still balance it out and
Right.
then burn it out. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing that. But now when we're talking about over a period of time and not including just the burger, but all the things that we know we're not supposed to eat,
Mhm.
artificial foods, from my standpoint, bottom feeders and a lot of things that I let go of for my own reasons.
Mhm.
When you're talking about 20, 30, 40, 50 years of eating a normal diet like
sure.
that, and we as Americans know we don't have the best diet in the world.
No.
Now when it comes to let's say anything with a gout or sickness that has anything to do with mucus lining, like it's going to be hard to give that up. So now we're going to be saying, okay, well, I'm eating healthy 2 years in the game, but you've been doing this for 90% of your life.
Right.
So now you got to take time to even get back to do that. So no, that's why I'm big on nutrition and what I'm putting into my body. It's not just that I don't eat it. Trust me, I miss it so much. You have no idea.
Thank you, Coach Ortiz. I just want to get to our comments.
Sure.
Thank y'all for tuning in. This is a brand new show on Real Talk 100 Radio.
We appreciate you.
It's called what?
Business Talk with Steve. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for commenting. And we are here to support the business community. And glad you're enjoying this first show, because this is a very health and wellness. Lisa, you touched on it. Malcolm, you touched on it. Health and wellness is the epicenter of our lives, especially you that are business professional entrepreneurs. This is great information. Running the last 8 minutes, what I want to do is get you guys, our audience, kind of the different packages you have, how to get started, and what's going on with presently at Mayweather Boxing and Fitness.
Hold your thought. Ask your question one more time, okay? When the electricity went off. We missed some comments.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
We missed some comments.
Okay.
I want to make sure we keep our listening audience engaged. They were answering to Lisa and the syncope thing. Chris from Washington said she understands. Prayers for your healing. She's a mother of a son born with heart defects, and he wasn't supposed to see his first birthday. He's 25 now, and he suffers from syncope. We buy him salt tablets at the sporting goods store, and I push water. Hydration affects the heart, so it's important to be hydrated, as dehydration will cause negative effects too. So that was to Lisa, and then I think she came back. No, Lyric came on. Lyric's a good friend of ours. She went on the cruise with us. Hey, Lyric. She says, hey, and she says to Coach Ortiz, she's going to need one of them cooked too.
I got you.
There you go, Coach. There you go.
Definitely. Come see about me.
He'll show up with the little tin and warm it up at work.
I got an electric machine.
It's amazing what you learn.
Yeah.
And, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Please share the video all over the world. This is the Business Talk Show with Steve, y'all. Let's get it back to him. He had an important question for the panel.
No, thank you, Malcolm. And what I wanted to know, what our audience wants to know, is basically what is kind of your packages? How do you get started with the platform, the open gym concept, or you want to do some more personal training, one-on-one? How does that work?
So it all boils down to what your goals are and what you're committing to yourself, right? So it just depends. We have a truly unlimited, undefeated.
Yes.
And then we have 8 sessions a month and 4 sessions a month.
Okay.
So again, it just depends on what your goals are. If you really aren't doing anything and you're ready to go and let's go, then you need the undefeated. That one will take you if you're doing 3 or more. And according to the American Heart Association, you do need 150 minutes. So you do need to be in there, 3 to 4 hours, a week in this studio or moving. As a matter of fact, just keep moving.
Got you.
And then the 8 sessions, if you're currently doing something and you want to sprinkle it in you're doing yoga and you want to sprinkle in some high intensity.
Okay. And
then the 1 is good for if you're just everywhere, all over the place, you do a workout at a different place every day of the week, which would be so amazingly fun. Then that would be your best bet.
Awesome. Now, product placement is everything. Thank you, Malcolm, for putting this on. What do you get in these great kits that every member gets? What kind of comes in there? And then like welcome kit, I call it.
So our most, members that have been successful get this kit. It comes with the gloves, the heart rate monitor, and then the reps.
Yes.
So you don't have to go get it anywhere else. You're already there. You're already prepared, because then you're like, okay, I'm going to go get it. And then comes the next class and you still didn't get it.
Right.
And, now you're unprepared for class.
And definitely, especially for new members, it's actually a good promotion for them, because when you're getting the undefeated membership and you're ready to rock and roll, like she says, you don't have none of your gear. We're talking about gear that's going to be it can be anywhere between $300 and $500 value for $50.
Wow.
I mean, we're talking a big discount here, you know. So
Okay.
it's a good thing that we keep those and letting people know that, hey, even though you didn't come prepared, we still got you. You know what I mean? We help you save a little bang for your buck, and you can get started without even giving yourself time to think about it some more, talking yourself out of it. It's right here. We got you.
For that.
It's easy. It's easy to be like, oh, never mind.
You procrastinate.
Same.
No, and if you guys don't mind, I do want to pick up something about one of the comments of the recent one you
Absolutely.
just read. Shout out to Chris and her son though, 25, and you weren't supposed to make it to 1. That's a big thing.
Absolutely.
I can relate to that with one of my children. But it made me want to ask about his nutritional value and staying hydrated, and that's the reason why I asked you about if you had any dietary restrictions. I like to promote eating right, of course, as we heard earlier. But my biggest way of getting hydration would be fruits, H3O versus H2O. So I'm not saying nothing wrong with water, but I'm a big watermelon guy, or cucumber. I put a little lime in there, that's all I need. I don't know how to ask this correctly, but would that be, I guess, a limitation for you in a sense?
Well, a lot of people think they know what they're talking about when it comes to being a gastric person, what we can and can't do. And a lot of people that voice their opinions never have had the surgery.
Yeah.
I'm in a bunch of groups for us particularly. And I've been told repeatedly that watermelon is not, we can't eat watermelon for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I wasn't getting any water in, I said, let me eat some watermelon because it is basically water.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I ate, probably just a little container like this. And I was like, oh, I can get this in. It's not bothering me. If I can't do water, at least I can do watermelon. So when I went for my checkup, I think it was my 3-week checkup, I asked the bariatric nurse, I'm like, okay, I've been told I can't do watermelon, and she just kind of wrinkled up her face, and she's like, who told you that?
Yeah.
And I told her, she said, watermelon is water. She said, if you can't get your water in, she said, eat a whole watermelon. Eat as much watermelon as you want to.
Exactly.
I've tried the apples, but I can't do the skin. I've tried grapes, but I can't do the skin. So if I eat the inside, I'm okay. I'm not a big pineapple fan, and I have a lot of problems.
And that's
with my
acidic too.
esophagus, and
Yeah.
it's too acidy for me. I did try a new fruit that's out. It's like between an apricot and a plum or something. It was too rough for me.
Okay.
But watermelon seems to be the easiest thing, and applesauce.
Okay.
But she told me there was no problem with it if I can't get the water to do the watermelon. So I think that's a misconception as far as what they think. But I have noticed on this journey for the last 12 years that every doctor has different stipulations on what they want you to do and not want you to do, how fast you move from one stage to another. Like I moved really fast through this stage.
Okay.
The first surgery, it was brand new almost, nobody really knew a lot about the sleeve. It had only been like 100 was done at that time. So it was fairly new. So what I learned back then is way different from how things are now.
Absolutely.
So I would definitely highly recommend watermelon to anybody that's not getting their liquids in.
Okay.
Where I work in an operating room, and the refrigerator is just not convenient to my workspace.
Yeah.
Or I would probably keep watermelon in there to just, even if I just popped one every 10 minutes, kind of get that in there. But I definitely would highly recommend anybody that can't get their water intake.
Very much
fruit,
so.
For sure, yeah, especially the high water content fruit.
Very
I'm
much
not
so.
sure what that is outside of watermelon, but for sure. And then, one thing I've noticed too is the flavors that you put in the water that are sugar free. Because of this surgery, I have to stay away from high quantities of sugar, double digits basically. So I have to stay 9 grams and less sugar.
Okay.
Because I can dump. And dumping is basically too much sugar in your system.
Okay.
Can cause us to pass out and other things happening. So I get the sugar-free drops to go in the water. But to me, it's too sweet, even though they're not sweet, if that makes sense. It's got that very sweet taste.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It is very hard for some people. So I've been forcing myself to drink water, and it's not fun. I'd much rather do the watermelon.
Nah, definitely. Yeah, I'm big on that. Everybody get your watermelon. Make sure it's seeded. Seeded watermelon. Come on now. All your fruits,
yes.
seeds.
GMO.
Eat the real
You
thing.
know what I mean? Look, H3O over H2O any day. That's on me.
I just found that out recently too. I had no
Uh-huh.
idea. I hate seeds.
Mhm.
I hate spitting them out.
Yeah.
Right.
So I always get seedless.
Exactly.
Until 2 or 3 months ago, a friend of mine was like, "Dude,
Not the same.
that's genetically modified,"
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Right.
"Oh, man."
Granted, it can
Broke my
happen
heart.
with nature, but it's not the same.
Oh, there she is. There she is.
Hello.
That's the lady who said she
How you
would,
doing,
she'll take
man?
one too.
Okay.
The
Swag
eggplant.
back. Oh, word.
Yeah.
You want one of those eggplant sandwiches?
Yeah, because I'm getting ready to have surgery on the 27th.
Okay.
God bless
I'm
you.
having the sleeve done.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We were just talking about that.
All right, let's do it.
So I'm gonna be her coach.
Let's
of
do
Nice.
it,
it.
Because I got the experience now
Yeah.
and
Okay.
I've done the research.
Good.
So I'm gonna get her through her surgery.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
that's
good for you,
Let's
Lisa.
do it.
Good
Let's
for
do
you.
it. Can you have fried foods?
No.
Even now, I don't do fried foods. like
Okay.
that.
Okay. Cool. So make sure you please remind me that, and then we're gonna make something happen.
Yeah,
Alright.
so he's
Alright.
gonna come back and cook on air for us.
We have Mr. Rodney Robinson Jr. on. I'm not sure what he is commenting on, but he said have spider and snake plants in the house too.
Yeah, for the air.
Yeah.
Clear out the air.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Definitely.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Plants. I'm a crazy
Teach
plant
me,
lady.
please.
Have
Okay.
plants.
Oh,
Plants. I mean, look at even the trees, right? The trees have like sustained green,
Yeah.
and everything else has
Yeah.
like gone to, right? So just keep plants green, chlorophyll. Like take chlorophyll. I add chlorophyll to my water as well to get some of that green from the plants. Spinach,
Chlorophyll.
kale, chlorophyll.
What do you
Is it
mean?
chlorophyll? Am I saying the wrong one?
No, no.
I always get confused. I'm like
Chlorophyll, you're
chloroform,
right.
chlorophyll.
No, not chloroform. It's not
Yeah,
chloroform.
it's not chloroform.
You was right the
You drink
first
the
time.
chloroform, you'll drink it now.
It's
No.
from I
Yeah.
think it's like from wheatgrass that I buy it from.
Oh, from wheat-
like
wheatgrass.
and I just put it in my water just a little bit. Yeah, every day.
Okay,
Yeah, get that green stuff in.
teach me.
Nah, you're definitely right the first time. With the chloroform. Nah.
Teach me. I had no
Yeah,
idea.
but plants are good, right? They clean the air, oxygen, like plants, trees. We need them.
Carbon dioxide.
Yes,
So
yes.
we breathe in.
I want plants everywhere.
Yeah, so we
Wow.
breathe in, and that's why trees are very, very important.
Sure.
We breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide, and they're literally the complete opposite. They help
Sure.
us breathe.
The
He's
plants will
saying
do that.
yes.
Yeah.
We get it. We got you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for tuning in, Rodney Robinson. We're talking about having, what is it, plant and snake, snake and what plants? Snake, spider,
Oh,
and
yeah,
snake plants.
spider,
So,
snake.
Now, what is a snake plant?
Please
honestly-
elaborate.
I know the spider plant, but I never heard of a
leafy.
snake
I
plant.
don't
I
know.
don't know. I think it's called differently, like mother's tongue also
Okay, I've heard of
or
mother's tongue. I know
something
what that is.
in like
Yeah.
other like
Okay.
places.
Okay.
Okay.
But I don't know. I love plants and I propagate and I use them all for like my breathing. I don't know what each of them do, honestly. I mean, to some extent I do. I also make chamomile tea. I also make rose bud tea. I know for sure roses are great for us women.
Yeah.
And I love to drink that. I don't know what else I do. Like
Big tea drinkers.
I don't know. I want to be a crazy spice lady with the plants. You know, but health and wellness, man,
Amazing.
all the way,
I love it.
all the time. That's basically it. Like natural foods,
Yes.
moving our bodies because that's what our body should be doing.
Definitely.
Reading good books, listening to great podcasts. You know,
Eat for a purpose, man. Eat for a purpose.
yeah,
Whether you're
live for a
training,
purpose, too.
whether you're just wanting to feel good. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's not okay to treat yourself. I go get a burger every now and
It's
then.
mod. It's mod. I mean, it's
Okay.
moderation with it.
You know what I'm saying?
Moderation.
Eat with a purpose, you
People
know?
got so used to the habit of putting anything in your mouth, you know.
Yes.
It's just like a family curse, you know. Your mom did it, your mom's mom did it, and now your mom's
and
mom
I'm
did
good
it,
with
so-
it. You see
Yes.
what's
Yeah.
good with you?
So,
Yeah.
we got to teach ourselves so that the next generation can learn from that.
Nah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Yeah.
I
Definitely.
agree with that.
Well, Lisa, everybody's brought up a good segue. You ever going to have at the club like nutritionists come out, or maybe have a day of like eating right or some kind of game plan for members or people who want to be members of the gym?
We do. I'm trying to get my life together at
I know
at
she's busy,
Mayweather.
7 days a week. God bless her.
I'm trying. We're all trying. We do. And again, it comes with awareness. We want to make sure that the community is aware of like everything. Even I was telling him, I'm like, man, I need like hydrotherapy. I need some cold, ice.
Yeah.
I need an ice bath, like the
bath.
benefits of that. So yes, we want to work with other health and wellness places and things around
awesome.
our area.
My
Richmond
VA
Health
does
and Wellness, get at us.
hydro IV
Yeah.
therapy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get into that myself, but you have to be a nurse to
Uh-huh.
administer that.
Okay.
Mhm.
But all that kind of stuff, the body sculpting, the massages that you have to do after you have
Yeah.
Yes.
your tummy tucks and stuff. People go
Yeah.
to Mexico and have them. They get over here and they don't treat their bodies
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
They're not getting them massages. They maybe not in their budget, whatever the case may be.
Sure.
We've got lots of people that actually do that, and we want to actually
Okay.
open a wellness center for that.
Okay,
We've been
okay.
doing the research.
Get somebody to feel a little
Yeah,
bit
let's
of
push
that.
that out. I like that.
Yes.
It sounds good, definitely.
And then have somebody, have somebody that's educated that can teach them what to eat, what not to
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah.
The best proteins to put in your body, the watermelon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
H3O2, man.
Yeah.
I mean H3O.
To the second power.
No, but Lisa, you hit the nail on the head, and thank you for sharing kind of the situation you're going through, and because it's so important because you see people commenting on the show they bring up their life experiences, and also it's so key to have that fuel to get through these workouts and understanding the balance you have to have with nutrition and with fitness, and it goes hand in hand. It works hand in hand.
Nah, definitely. We actually had a member who had an incident. Not gonna drop his name.
Yeah.
But he's actually one of our devoted members as well. Just same up there with Steve. You know who I'm referring to. And he's a young male. I want to say mid-20s.
Mm-hmm.
Eats good, works out all the time, goes hard. Football background like us. Played collegiate ball. So you know he's a
He's a
worker.
whole athlete, yeah.
And going back to just making sure you putting fuel in your body and eating what you're training for,
Sure.
eating what you're living for, eating with a purpose.
Mhm.
It was a point in time where he wasn't giving himself the vitamins and minerals he needed, the nutrients that he
Exactly.
needed, potassium, vitamin B, all the whole nine.
Mm-hmm.
And he had an incident where he passed out for an extended period of
Oh
time.
my God.
He's good,
Yeah.
to this day. So thank God that
Yeah.
nothing drastic happened. But it still goes to show that, like I said, it can happen to anybody.
Sure.
Top athletes to the average Joe who's walking in for the first time in a long time.
Sure.
Somebody who's trying to recover from post-op surgery. Anybody. So track yourself, making sure you're eating with a purpose, and man, just take care of yourself at all times.
Jordan, what other than the big fight that's coming out with Canelo and Charlo, what other events you have going through the Mayweather Boxing and Fitness?
Guys, again, October the 13th, Friday the 13th, we're going to be at Listen Sarah, and we're going to be doing an outdoor workout. Please show up, guys.
Come see us.
Please show up. It's so much fun. The weather should be different by then.
Hopefully.
So, we won't be baking in the sun.
We'll see.
Come see about me.
And then October the 7th, actually, I get so excited about like Halloween and Friday the 13th.
I can
so
see. We
I
can see
skip
that.
right over the 7th.
We
So
can see that. Yes.
End Hunger 5K at Harvest Green will be
Cool.
there participating. So come out there. I think it's honestly $15 or $20 to participate in the 5K.
Nice.
And it's really good for our community to come together and help others. Everyone is going through it, y'all. Like, we just need to help each other out the best way that we can, even if it's running. Like, running is
Definitely.
great,
Yes.
and it helps put food on the table for, a family who's in need. So,
If
Definitely.
you can't run, you can always walk. I did my first 5K after my first surgery.
Yeah.
I walked
Good for
the
you.
entire
Good for you.
As long as you
Yeah.
look, but long as
you're
you moving,
moving.
long
Yeah.
as you moving, nah.
Should be a
Like,
t-shirt.
I'm not
Definitely.
running.
Let's do
I think
it.
I got your problem because I can't run to save myself.
Definitely
Yeah.
come
It's
out,
always
come
been that.
support,
Always
man.
been that.
Please support a great cause. Please,
yes.
please.
And I think that's it for now. I don't know
For
if
the
we
year.
want to, but I really want a running club. I know, like, I always talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, I like outside runs. And so
I think our
join
running
us
club is amazing.
in our run club.
It would be great.
Outdoor workouts. We want to
And-
follow our page so that way.
I was about to ask you.
Follow the page so that way y'all can see all of the events. And please respond to the questions, guys. I like to see y'all's answers on the stories.
The stories on either
Yes,
IG or
yeah,
Facebook.
yeah,
Yes.
for fun.
Yes.
Mayweather Boxing Fitness.
Yes.
Yeah,
so Richmond, Texas location.
Yeah, it'll be Mayweather Fit Richmond TX. Like I had
Okay. And the events that you just mentioned are on that page, correct?
Yeah.
You're gonna see this, yes.
Awesome.
On Nextdoor app, on Eventbrite, like
Okay.
anywhere that there's a community, we'll be there.
Anywhere there's a community. All right. Y'all, if you're just now tuning in, this is a brand new show on Real Talk 100 Radio. The host of the show, you see him to my left and to your right. His name is Mr. Stephen Walton. He owns his own business and he wanted to join Real Talk 100 Radio. This is his business right here, everybody. Let me get this comment off the screen right quick. That is his business
I like
there.
The graphics.
Walton Consulting Solutions and Partners.
Yes.
Tell them right quick what you bring to the table via your business.
Not a problem. I started 15 years ago with being laid off in corporate America, IT and telecommunications is my background. Started in the legal field as a broker. I've been partners with Legal Shield, ID Shield for 15 years. We specialize in legal plans for individuals, families, small businesses, and also as employee benefit. What I did was I expanded the firm into the financial sector. So we also do credit restoration, credit counseling. We actually, with our corresponding partners, we have funding for small businesses. So if you're looking for some alternative funding, we can provide personal and business loans, secure and personal business credit to help you reestablish your credit or rebuild your credit. And so outsource with my partners, financial services and investments, but we work as a team and we work as a collective entity to help the business community with our services.
Awesome information, y'all. He will be here every Friday night from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. on the what show?
Business Talk with Steve.
Business Talk with Steve. Tonight we're with, tonight we're with Mayweather Boxing and Fitness, Richmond, Texas. We have Adriana in the middle and Coach Ortiz on your far left tonight. Tell our listening audience what we talked about.
Oh my goodness. Health and fitness was at the big part of our conversation today. Not only about boxing, but you know, adapting that work-life balance, eating right. Lisa, you brought up some great points about your condition and what situations that you may need help with, special coaching, whether it's diet or working out wise. So what we want to do with today's show is encourage people to, especially our business community, to get out there, try a class, definitely get out there, be active, and your health is everything, is vital, and this is a great platform to do it. You're not going to get bored with the workout. You're going to have fun. You see the culture we have at our club in Richmond. It's all about working as a family and supporting our fellow small businesses.
Yes.
Definitely.
Love it. Thank you.
It was a
Thank you,
great
thank
show
you.
tonight. I want to make sure everybody gets out of here with saying what they wanted to say, and especially our listening audience. Our listening audience has been chimed in the whole time. We have Mother Florence in the building. Mother Florence, if y'all don't know who that is, y'all, I know you're new to Real Talk 100 Radio, at least the panel is.
Yeah.
She makes the absolute best, and this is cheap food.
Oh, here we go.
The absolute best peanut brittle in the world, man.
Yes,
If y'all ever, I'm not even on the screen. There are
Peanut brittle?
Yeah.
Cakes.
Oh,
Oh,
stop.
like
Like
that.
pickles, everything. Lord Jesus.
And I will eat it all.
I don't want to go. Look, I be trying to avoid going because I know when I
Not to
go,
be
I'm coming back with something.
Hey,
This is the
Mama
balance
F.
that we're talking about.
Yeah, it's moderation. It's
Like, yeah,
moderation.
exactly. I was gonna say the same
Yeah.
thing. I don't disagree with moderation.
No, you
Mama
have
F,
to.
I'm gonna come see you.
I promise you. I just want to
Okay.
bite, and before you know it, the whole thing is gone. So it's like, okay, maybe next time. Just
Yeah,
bite.
yeah, yeah. Mama F, I'm gonna come see you. You got some good reviews up
It's like
in here.
one
I'm
of
gonna come
those-
see you.
Some of them oatmeal cookies.
It's one of those
Oh.
like
Wow.
once every 6 months
Yeah.
kind of thing because we will eat.
Okay,
Yeah, definitely.
This
Sending
is her
out prayers
brand.
to Mama Florence, 'cause she's
Noonies?
just getting
Mama
out of-
Florence.
out of the hospital from having some major medical problems.
Uh-huh.
We love and miss you up here. We gotta get you up here soon.
Prayers for you,
Yeah.
Mother
Yeah,
Florence.
definitely.
Cardio
I'm
training.
definitely.
This is her brand right here, y'all, on Instagram and Facebook. We
Awesome.
support small businesses 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Some of the
Definitely.
best sweet treats or cheap sweets
Cheese
you'll
sweets.
find in at least in
Cheap-
Texas. I
cheap
haven't been all
sweet.
over.
Cheap
I
America.
like
You
that.
call them cheap sweets.
Cheat
Hey.
sweets.
Because it will make you cheap. Peach
But it's
cobbler,
got
Lord
some
Jesus.
kind
Oh.
of protein
Oh.
on it.
It's- it's the big- like a-
I
Yeah.
love
a-
peaches. Oh
Is
my
it a
God.
slice? Is it
Did
a
you-
personal
did you-
pie? Is it
Did
like
you do
a,
sweet potato pie as well?
is it big?
Sweet
It's a
potato
big
pie?
She
sweet
makes
potato.
them in small containers.
Oh, so
She
like
makes
a
it
personal.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Mama F, I'm gonna come see you.
She can bring this
Drop
setup
the
back
Addy.
over at the daiquiri spot. She's gonna be there on Saturday.
Yeah, drop that Addy. I need the pen.
She's got a
Give it to
question for
me.
y'all. She says, "Do y'all help with cardio training?"
Definitely.
Oh yes, they do.
Definitely. Let's keep moving. I'm gonna say it again. Definitely.
Yes.
We're gonna keep moving.
It's unbelievable.
Definitely. We
And
do
wear
help with
your
cardio.
and wear your heart rate monitor.
Yes.
That's gonna help with the cardio training. It's gonna help the coach you
Trust me.
Definitely.
and just it's a good tool.
We're gonna work
Use
on
it.
them lungs.
I
Yeah.
want to get rid of. I want to build muscle,
Okay.
less fat, more lean.
Yeah.
This is
You're
the
gonna
place
get
to be.
perfect. Let's
This
do
is the
it.
place to be.
Perfect. We're gonna build lean muscle.
I'm loving this.
You wanna throw them hands?
See-
I want to throw them hands.
Yeah, come see
Go
me.
home. I'll teach you.
No. Lisa, you're gonna have a ball and learn. No, but here's the thing: you could go. Now, I'm gonna tell you what I learned from the open gym. If you're like a perfectionist like I am, I want to go. You can go in there and you're open. When it's not a class, you can go in there and open gym, run the whole like combinations and just get it down pat.
It's
Get your
it's
timing down.
At that point, it's your world, and I just live in it. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's gonna trip you out. I
What?
tease her all the time. Like say I'm tickling her or something.
Yeah.
She's frustrated.
Uh-huh.
Watch this. It's the cutest thing ever. What, you gonna punch me? Punch. No.
Whatever you dukes. Whatever you dukes. Whatever you dukes.
Aw.
Throw them hands.
Yeah.
Throw them
I'm like, if you don't
hands.
put them
Hey,
like,
one
you
day,
got
one
old
day,
Well,
one day, you're gonna be like,
Well, guys, let's get it on the calendar. I can help facilitate it with these my great friends here at the Mayweather Boxing Gym in Richmond. You guys are all welcome. Please spread the word to your friends and your
Absolutely.
because
Put them on my platform.
I mean I know this is a business platform, but again, health and wellness, you all touched on it, is everything. We can't do what we want to do or accomplish our goals and aspirations without being healthy. And this is a great environment. It's a warm, welcoming environment. Great coaches, as we alluded to, a great team. I look forward to seeing you guys out there. Hopefully, maybe Malcolm, like I said, I don't know how it would work logistically, but if we can actually coordinate with Adriana, have like a live maybe show out there and
Hey.
get the full
That'd
experience.
be nice.
Would that be
let's
kinda
do a
cool?
whole
Really
block
nice.
party.
Block party?
Let's
That's
do it.
fine.
Let's do it.
That would be awesome.
Come
like,
out.
literally everyone. I want the whole fire terms.
Come out. Get a good
Oh,
member
yeah.
experience.
Yeah, cool.
No, definitely. Come
We can
get.
have plenty cheap food out there.
Yes.
Yeah, I got
yes.
I ain't opposed to it as long as you get your work in. Get your work in first
Yeah,
before you
yeah,
eat.
just
Come on now.
Well, the good thing about small businesses is that the best way to get your community involved is to invite them out. Have like
Exactly.
a community day where you have people out there explaining about diets and,
Yeah.
and nutrition and show them around the gym.
Yeah.
And what classes you offer. We helped a gym down in Atascocita, and that was one of the things that we pushed for was the community doesn't even know you're here. They pass by you every day and don't
But they
even
don't know
that
you're
you
here.
just opened a huge gym.
Yeah.
Let's have a community day. Have the jumping thing out there for the kids.
Nah, definitely.
Popcorn. Set some vendors in the parking lot, and then invite everybody to come in and tour the gym.
Yeah.
They were giving away free memberships and different things like that, and then they put in a smoothie bar.
That's cool.
That's the best way to get your
Yeah.
community to
No,
know you're there.
Nah,
Well said,
definitely.
well
like,
said.
With the kids, you bring kids out. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And what
We
what
do
we're talking
that.
about involves kids.
Yeah.
And some of our kids are so obese right now.
yeah, no,
You know,
definitely.
with diets and everything.
Sure.
So, I
Big
think
on
that's
it.
great.
Big on. We do offer kids classes as well, Monday
Yes.
through
I'm bringing
Thursday.
my son 'cause
We
he's
just
lazy.
had a summer camp. So no, very good
Don't
thing
play
to
video
keep
games.
them
Get out
in.
there, be active.
Video games make kids stupid. We need to get
Well, no,
Nah, for real.
we-
And then
we,
they're
uh,
also gonna learn lessons that's bigger than boxing,
Yep.
especially with the kids. I try to. I don't even try. I make sure that they leave with something from boxing, of course, is that's what you're here to work out for, but actually some real life lesson. Learn about yourself for real, you know. But definitely, please, y'all come out, come support, come bring a friend, bring somebody who supports you or somebody that you definitely support.
Right.
Because in an environment like that, with someone that close to you, man, it'll even make it 10 times more better for yourself after getting the member experience. Come out.
Yeah,
Definitely.
because honestly, people will like, hey, I'm gonna go have a drink. Okay, cool, I'm going, right? But like, hey, I'm gonna go have dinner. Okay, cool. But when you say, hey, I'm gonna go work out, they're like, so,
See you when you get back.
No,
yeah,
come on.
so
Y'all
get
have
people
fun together.
Get people that support you because it can be difficult, but it's actually pretty fun. But it can be difficult.
You're so right, Adriana. But I feel I'll keep reiterating this to everybody here is what keeps me, just from my personal experience, and hopefully that translates to anybody who sees it for the first time, is the atmosphere. Everybody in the members is very encouraging. It's an environment, especially conducive for young, kids, because it's okay to play video games or have that, but it's also like our parents told us, get out there and experience like sports or activities or community. And a lot of things with boxing, I know coming from the communities, like I come from the Baltimore area, a lot of the inner cities are out there. Instead of harness that violence and all that anger into something constructive. Exactly. All these boxers like Floyd Mayweather Jr., all these other professional fighters come from humble beginnings, right?
Definitely.
So why don't you use that to get out that aggression instead of using weapons or all these other negative things? It's also a very positive experience in a multitude of ways.
A lot of people don't have that humbleness inside them to say, I can tone it down for a minute to learn something. That's where that comes from.
Sure.
I know how to go and grab this violent weapon.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's easier. It takes less discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But boxing, as I alluded to earlier, I know how to street fight. But when I fought that dude that was being a tactician on me,
he gave you some humbleness.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
You have to think.
It's discipline,
And
it's a sweet science. It's sweet science. It's always called sweet science.
And a lot of people, let's be honest, don't like to think.
True.
We promote shows almost every day of the week.
Yeah.
We'll put all the information on the flyer.
Yeah.
Such and such time, such and such date, such and such location, what dress attire, and they will inbox me every time. Where's it at? What's the dress code?
Right.
I'm like, dude,
exactly.
Everything is on. So
simple instructions.
No, you're exactly right.
People don't like to think.
Right.
They don't like to think. Not generally speaking.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, this is. I know we got to wrap up, but let's end it with this and going back to the kids.
Okay.
Well, you remember when we were all growing up? You remember what the stress, nutrition, healthy lifestyle. And you talk about brain food, but also working out helps the endorphins, helps those. I think Adriana mentioned it earlier. That's so critical. Yeah. And self-esteem. You got all these cyberbullying and people worried about, I don't look like this model or that. What you do is you look at, I tell these stories all the time, and Coach Ortiz can back me up. After he finishes each class, there's that bonding experience, right?
No, definitely.
But there's also going to the board, seeing the results, getting that positive reinforcement, and saying each day I'm working out in one of these classes, I'm making a difference in my life. I can live longer so I can see my kids grow, or whatever the goals you want to accomplish.
It's bigger than the workout.
So in closing, thank you, Malcolm, Lisa, everybody on Real Talk Radio 100 platform. More importantly, thank you, Coach Ortiz, Adriana, Mayweather Boxing and Fitness. Please reach out to them. Please understand how important health and wellness is to your life. And thank you all for sharing a little bit of your stories about it. And hopefully we can work together and look forward to bring some more great content. I'm going to talk to my partners. We're going to be bringing some great content to you guys in the upcoming months. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm truly blessed. And like I said, we look forward to doing big and better things with Real Talk with Steve. Business Talk with Steve, excuse me.
Yes, sir. Panelists, anything in closing?
Oh my gosh, I forgot to mention we're having a 6-week challenge.
I told you, Adriana, please mention it. Yes, ma'am.
6-week challenge. It's going to give you 6 weeks to prove to yourself that you can do this, right? It's absolutely free. You just have to believe in you and you have to do it. You have to be consistent. You have to show up. You have to do it. I promise you, if you do it, you show up, you're consistent, you book your classes, you're doing it. Lo vas a hacer, you're going to do it.
When does it start?
Call me. because it's gonna start whenever like I don't know,
We
today.
have a
Okay.
a window duration,
Today.
but
Yeah.
everybody has a chance to fit in that window. It's not going to be
Yes.
just 6
That was
weeks, and if you're a day
Awesome.
late, you know,
Yeah, no.
we're going to give the opportunity to
Yeah.
everybody who can fit in that time window.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to say before we close, Boss Man had mentioned that everybody didn't have that humbleness, you know,
Sure.
and to kind of piggyback on that, everybody doesn't have the conversation. Everybody doesn't have maybe the father figure they need. Everybody doesn't have whatever motivation they need to get through these little things.
Great.
I want to take the time to tell you both thank you for allowing us to come on that platform to have, even though we're talking about health and fitness, a little more in-depth conversation, a little more vulnerable conversation that we had with certain things and certain topics that we did held today. And just to put that out there for everybody, because everybody doesn't have that conversation. So even though we talked about some very personal things
Sure.
that could be uncomfortable for other people, it's still, like we said earlier, building that community, building that village, and doing this all together for the greater good. And I just want to tell you guys thank you for allowing us to be here today.
Yes.
Thank you both. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm going to put this beautiful location up. Is this the front of y'all's store right here?
Yes, look at that. And the
Yes,
moon
sir.
is like so pretty.
Come
Also
see about
there in the
me.
corner.
That's the front of their store.
Yes.
This is in Richmond, Texas.
Yep.
Don't worry. They're not blocked. They can still see it. I have another picture I want to. Who's this dude right here, man?
Ooh, wee.
Who's
Look at
this
that.
dude right here? Who is this?
Oh, mama, there go that man. Mama,
Look.
there go that man.
Look, like I said,
Tell
people.
me about that. See,
Let me tell you something. God knows when I got back into working out full time, Malcolm. My
Yes, sir.
God, I earned that shirt.
You're
I'm a vet. I earned that shirt because I was so determined. I'll tell you my story. I lost 30 pounds. Like when I first started with Mayweather, I had to take a hiatus because my parents' ailing health. But when I got back in it, I said, dude, I'm going to treat this like a training camp. I'm going to just have my own personal goals. I shed 30 pounds.
Okay.
And that shirt represents what, 50 workouts in what, 50
In-
days or less than 50? What was the target?
50 and 90?
50 and 90 or was it 50 and 60?
50 is 50 and 90, I believe, right?
50 and 90.
I
Look
say,
at us. We're like,
and like I said, I was so happy to get that. And like I said, I encourage others to join that challenge for your own personal health and fitness goals. That's what I do. So I love it. And thank you to Adriana, Coach Ortiz, and all the great coaches and staff at Mayweather Boxing and Fitness in Richmond, Texas.
yes,
Richmond,
thank you.
Texas. Give our listening audience the location and tell them how they can join the gym in closing.
It is 22377.
Bel Air Boulevard, Richmond, Texas, Suite 100.
Who do they talk to when they come sign up?
You come either see the beautiful Miss Adriana or you come see Coach Ortiz, and we're going to make sure that you are set up and ready to go.
Yes, we're usually always there, but anyone who's there can actually help and, find the perfect solution for what you're looking for.
Definitely.
Right?
Okay.
Because we all have different goals, right?
Mhm.
Some
Yep.
could be losing weight, some could be just trying to run a marathon, So
Definitely.
we
Just-
can dig deep, find out what it is.
And you don't see us, don't fret. We have a wonderful staff. We
Awesome
have a
staff.
wonderful team. We cannot do it without them. We have great support within the family of the employees. So, yes, we got you in good hands.
99
Awesome.
and Bel Air. 99 and Bel Air.
99 in Bel Air, y'all.
Yep, 99
Yo.
Bel Air.
Go check out. This is brand new, isn't it? Brand new gym.
We've been here a little while.
Over a year,
Great
Over a
right?
year?
Over a year.
Great management.
Go check out this Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is behind this gym, y'all. Mayweather Boxing Fitness in Richmond, Texas,
Yes,
y'all.
sir.
Richmond, Texas. Go give them a follow on Instagram and Facebook, and hopefully they'll become part of the family, and we'll become a part of theirs. We talked about it on this show tonight. This is a brand new show. It's called Business Talk with Steve, y'all. Business Talk with Steve. Every week, he's going to be talking business. If you're a business owner and you love talking about business, you love spreading awareness about business, this is a show for you. Follow. Mayweather Boxing Fitness in Richmond. Miss Adriana Emery is the studio manager
Yes.
in the
Yes, sir.
middle, and Mr. Coach Ortiz on the
Yeah,
left
instructor, y'all.
is going to be your physical trainer on the bag, and probably weightlifting too, correct?
Oh, we
Strength
do it
training,
all
cardio,
strength training,
everything.
cardio, bag work. Come see me. Let me change your life. I'm a doctor
Absolutely.
too. I promise you.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Look
yes.
forward to it.
Got a
Look forward to
PhD
it.
in that boxing ring, man. Let me change your life. You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go. There you go.
Mr. Stephen Walton, the host of this show, also owns a business. I can't stress that enough. I want you guys to also pay close attention to the show, because he will be talking about a lot of topics concerning your finances,
Yes.
concerning credit, concerning secure credit cards, concerning financial planning. I
Yes.
can't name everything. Credit
Healthcare, we're going to touch it all.
Healthcare.
We're coming up in the political season. And real quick aside, I had a great time with Miss Amanda Seals, and her documentary
Mhm.
touched me
That was
immensely about getting involved in politics in your own little way, and using whatever resource you have or your God-given abilities. Get involved in politics. Understand that hopefully with this platform, we can encourage commerce, small business community drives the economy. Let's bring them resources. Let's bring them infrastructure. Let's work together, as you guys are a proponent of. So thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. I didn't know that. We invited him. It was an RSVP, invite only. Lyric was there too, and several of us went. And I just invited it. They sent us RSVP, invite only tickets, and he said, "Hey, invite as many people as you want from your team." And I invited him. I didn't know I inspired you, man.
No, you did inspire me, because
I didn't know that.
I really respect Amanda Seals, and thank you all for the invitation, because it was very worth all of our times.
Yes, it was very educational. It's a lot of things that we take for granted as far as what got us to where we are now, that we can vote and we have a say on things, and people seem to forget that. You know,
Yes.
you have a say on how things happen. It may not always happen the way you want it to, but if you're not involved, it's definitely not going to happen.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. We've come to the end of the show tonight. This is Business Talk with Steve. We'll see y'all every Friday night from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. We had some kind of weather scare, and the electricity was blinking on and off. So
Yes.
I whispered in his ear and gave him a little extra time tonight.
Thank you for that, Malcolm.
Thank you.
Regularly scheduled programming is from 5 to 6 p.m. every Friday night to discuss business. Please tag business owners. Please tag people who love small businesses. Please tag community leaders. Steve is going to be talking a lot about community and business. And like you said, like we discussed tonight, this is a business right here in our own community of Houston, Texas, and he had them on their show. So
Thank you.
that's all we got tonight, y'all. We'll see y'all, but keep it locked to Real Talk 100 Radio the rest of the night, because as I always say, we've got a lot for everybody. We jam all day, every day. We jam hits from, we jam R&B and rap hits from the 90s and 2000s.
Thank you.
We jam Southern Soul, and we jam, and I need y'all to listen to this now. It might be a little censored during the daytime, but after 8 o'clock, hey, if you're not into that ratchet stuff, just go ahead and go to bed. Go ahead and go to bed, because it's all about that ratchet stuff from 8 o'clock until about 6 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
And, because we promote independent underground music artists.
Absolutely.
We're looking for the next mainstream artists, so we give them as much shine as we can at nighttime. So it is uncensored. But that's all we got, y'all, tonight. Let me end the show just like this, like I started it. Good night from Adriana Emery in the middle, Coach Ortiz, and Steven. This show was brought to you by who? The best baby stroller in the world, Wagons for USA. Get your shop on right now by going to the website wagonsforusa.com and shop for your next baby shower gift. It doesn't get any better than this. And like I said earlier in the show, Malcolm, I'm not having any babies. Okay, that's fine. I'm not a grandparent. That's fine. This stroller doubles and triples as a grocery cart, so we don't have to go back and forth to the cart all night for them 82 bags of groceries. You can put them all in the 4-seater. Malcolm, my wife does all the shopping. Okay, bet. I bet you go hunting. I bet you go fishing. You can put all your fishing tackle and your hunting tackle in a Wagons Fold. Go to shop right now, wagonsforusa.com. Thank you for sponsoring us. We love our sponsors here at Real Talk 100 Radio. This show was brought to you by Wagons Fold. This has been the Business Talk with Steve Talk Show, live on Real Talk 100 Radio. Don't laugh at us. We're going to do something with this flyer. I don't like how it looks, but I had to make sure I get it up there on the screen. Good night, everybody. I'll see y'all next
Share,
week.
share,
All right, take care. Have a
share.
great weekend, guys.
Share.
Thank you.
Share all over the world, all
Peace
over
out,
Houston,
y'all.
Texas.
All right.
For the Mayweather Boxing and Fitness Gym in Richmond, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Good night.
All right. Good night, everybody.